home at night. The street is quiet. A cat moves beneath a parked car. Somewhere in the distance, another animal is calling. You see a hawk carrying a mouse. Nothing about it feels strange. The mouse is prey. The hawk is predator. The relationship makes sense. But what if the hawk suddenly dropped the mouse and attacked another hawk? What if a wolf met a fox in the forest, not as competitors, but as food? And what if the world's most dangerous hunters discovered that sometimes the safest thing to eat is something that cannot fight back? Because across nature, something strange keeps happening. Predators kill predators, but they often don't eat them. And that raises a much deeper question. Why would an animal capable of killing another hunter sometimes choose not to turn that hunter into a meal? To understand this, imagine a lion walking through the Serengeti at dawn. The grass is still wet. Herds of zebra move in the distance. Somewhere nearby, hyenas are calling. A lion doesn't have to wonder what a hyena is. It knows. Hyenas compete with lions for food, territory, and carcasses. Lions sometimes attack and kill them. But here's where it gets strange. The dead hyena is not necessarily dinner. The lion may leave it behind. Why? At first, this seems irrational. If the lion spent energy fighting, why waste the calories? But nature has a different accounting system. The first clue came from watching predators interact in the wild. Researchers studying mammalian carnivores repeatedly documented something called intra-guild predation. Predators killing other predators that use similar resources. In 1999, Jose Palomares and T.M. Caro published a major analysis of interspecific killing among mammalian carnivores. And the pattern was striking. Predators frequently killed competitors, but killing was not always followed by eating. So perhaps the real question was never, why don't predators eat predators? Perhaps it was, why would a predator kill something that it doesn't intend to eat? Now imagine two wolves moving through a snowy landscape. They are hungry. Ahead they encounter coyotes. The coyotes are smaller. They hunt some of the same animals. They occupy some of the same territory. The wolves chase them. Sometimes they kill them. But the coyotes aren't simply prey. They're competition. And this is where everything changes. A deer gives a predator energy. A rival predator can take energy away. Kill the deer, and you've gained food. Remove a rival, and you've potentially gained access to food for weeks, months, or even generations. Suddenly, killing without eating doesn't look wasteful anymore. It looks strategic. But that creates another mystery. If predators can kill competitors, why don't they simply kill every predator they encounter? Because killing is dangerous, and nature is full of animals that can turn a victory into a disaster. Picture a leopard approaching a hyena. The leopard may be faster. The leopard may be more agile, but one mistake could mean a broken leg, a deep wound, or an infection. And for a wild predator, an injury isn't like missing a few days at work. A damaged limb can mean starvation. A broken tooth can mean death. So a predator has to calculate something humans rarely notice. Not just, can I kill it, but is killing it worth the risk? This idea becomes clearer when we look at spiders. Some spiders eat insects, some spiders eat other spiders, and some of the most dangerous encounters occur between predators that are almost perfectly matched. In laboratory experiments and field observations, researchers have repeatedly found that predators can hesitate, retreat, or choose alternative prey when attacking another predator carries too much danger. The strange part is that hunger does not automatically erase caution. Sometimes hunger makes caution even more important, because when your entire survival system depends on your body functioning tomorrow, a meal today may not be worth a wound that lasts a month. But there is another problem. Predators are not just dangerous. They are often expensive. Imagine a wolf catching a rabbit. The rabbit runs. The wolf chases. A short burst of energy produces a meal. Now imagine the wolf chasing another wolf. The chase is longer. The opponent fights back. The target may be nearly as strong. And even if the wolf wins, what exactly has it gained? A body that may contain less usable energy than the effort required to obtain it. This is the uncomfortable mathematics of predation. Nature doesn't reward bravery, it rewards survival. And survival often means choosing the meal that gives you the greatest return for the smallest risk. Except something even stranger happens when the predator is large. Consider lions. A lion can kill many animals that are technically capable of fighting back, but lions don't normally hunt healthy adult elephants as routine prey. Why? Because being dangerous doesn't automatically make something worthwhile. Size matters. Energy matters. Risk matters. The same logic can operate between predators. A predator may be edible, but that doesn't mean it is profitable. And then there is disease. Predators live close to the biological edge. They consume flesh, blood, organs, and animals that may carry parasites or pathogens. Eating another carnivore can expose them to diseases and parasites that move efficiently through predator populations. This doesn't mean predators universally avoid other predators because of disease. They don't. Many absolutely do eat them. But it adds another invisible cost to the calculation. And now we reach the biggest twist. The idea that predators rarely eat predators is not actually a universal law. Nature breaks it constantly. Polar bears can kill seals, but they can also kill and consume other bears under extreme circumstances. Wolves can kill coyotes. Foxes can kill smaller carnivores. Large fish eat smaller predatory fish. Raptors eat other birds. Spiders eat spiders. And cannibalism occurs across an enormous range of species. So perhaps nature isn't following a rule that says predators don't eat predators. The real pattern is much more subtle. Predators usually prefer opportunities where the energetic reward is high and the danger is manageable. And sometimes, another predator simply doesn't fit that equation. But then consider humans. For most of our history, we have also lived inside this calculation. A hunter doesn't pursue the strongest animal simply because it is impressive. They pursue what they can realistically obtain. Civilizations learned the same lesson. A resource is valuable only when the cost of obtaining it doesn't destroy the person trying to obtain it. And this principle extends far beyond food. In biology, organisms compete for territory. In ecosystems, species compete for energy. In human societies, people compete for resources, status, and opportunity. And yet competition doesn't always mean destruction, because destroying your competitor can sometimes cost more than tolerating them. This is why ecologists became fascinated by intra-guild predation. In 1989, ecologist Gary Polis and colleagues described how widespread predator-on-predator interactions actually are. The discovery challenged the simple picture of nature as a ladder. We imagine a food chain: plants, herbivores, predators, top predators. But real ecosystems don't look like ladders. They look like tangled webs. A fox can eat a mouse can eat plants. But the fox can also kill another fox. A hawk can eat a snake. The snake can eat the frog can eat an insect. And the hawk might itself become prey to something larger. There is no clean boundary between predator and prey. There is only a shifting network of relationships. And this changes the mystery again. Maybe the reason predators don't always eat predators isn't because predators are somehow excluded from the menu. Maybe it's because the menu is not what determines survival. Risk does, energy does, opportunity does, competition does, and perhaps most importantly, uncertainty does. A wild predator never knows exactly what tomorrow will bring. The rabbit it ignored today might be gone tomorrow. The rival it killed might have controlled a valuable territory. The injury it avoided might have saved its life. Every decision exists inside a future that the animal cannot see. And suddenly, the behavior of a predator begins to look strangely familiar. We also make decisions without knowing the future. We choose what risks to take, what opportunities to pursue, which conflicts are worth entering, which battles are better avoided. Sometimes winning is not about defeating the strongest opponent. Sometimes winning means walking away. And perhaps that is the hidden survival rule buried inside the predator's world. The most successful hunter isn't necessarily the one that kills the most. It may be the one that wastes the least, the one that recognizes when a fight is too dangerous, the one that knows when another animal is food and when it is simply a threat. But here's where the story becomes even stranger. Predators are often portrayed as symbols of violence. The lion, the wolf, the shark, the eagle. We imagine them as creatures constantly seeking something to kill. But survival has never been about violence alone. It is about restraint. Every living creature exists inside limits. Energy, time, injury, competition, chance. Even the most powerful predator cannot escape them. And perhaps that is why nature rarely gives us simple rules. Predators eat prey. But predators can also eat predators. Predators kill competitors, but sometimes they ignore them. Predators fight, but sometimes they retreat. And beneath all of these contradictions is something remarkably consistent. Life is constantly asking one question: what will keep me alive long enough to face tomorrow? We began with a simple scene: a predator carrying prey. But now imagine watching that same animal disappear into the darkness. You don't know what it will hunt next. You don't know what it will avoid. You don't know which rival it will challenge, and neither does the animal. It is moving through a world of possibilities, balancing reward against danger with every step. Maybe that is why predators don't simply eat everything they can kill, because nature isn't really a contest to see who can destroy the most. It is a negotiation with uncertainty. And perhaps the strangest survival skill of all is knowing what not to eat.